As I sit in front of you this afternoon, the thing that I am most grateful for this Thanksgiving 2025, other than my salvation the day that I accepted Jesus as my personal Savior, the thing that I'm most thankful for is the restoration of my marriage and my family. In June of 1994, my wife Jennifer and I were married. Wonderful ceremony, nice day, very hot day actually, we remember it well. Over 1 year later, in 95, November, our daughter Elizabeth was born. We had a great marriage, solid family. 2010, I made a decision to forsake my marriage and my family. I chose a path that God did not honor. I chose to listen to what the enemy had for me when what I had in front of me was the very best thing, and that was my wife and our daughter. Sin was powerful, but more than that, and this is where I want to be positive and encourage everyone who's watching this, Jesus Christ was more positive and more beneficial, and His grace was extremely sufficient in spite of what I did. During that time, from 2010 until about 2015, I had divorced my wife, forsook my family. During that time that I was away, my wife was faithful in praying for me and asking Jesus to return me to our marriage. Now, part of this video is to bring God working through Monclova Road Baptist Church into this. There are several people who are watching this, and you know who you are. You prayed for us. You would see me out in public when I was away from the Lord. You would encourage me, and you would tell me that I needed to be where I needed to be, and I knew that. One of the good things about this story is that God used this church and several people of this church to bring me back to the Lord. I came back in a couple of different ways. I came back to my marriage and our family. I came back to restoration of the church, which was very important. The sin was public. The restoration needed to be made public, and I needed to come back and apologize and seek God's forgiveness in front of the body. A couple of years later, after that, I was able to remarry my wife Jennifer. We had a ceremony here at church. Pastor Dan DeFries took care of us. It was a private ceremony. And during that time, Jennifer and I were able to renew our vows and be remarried. Now, the neat thing about this that I am most excited about is how God used His church, how He used prayer, how He used certain people who stood out, and God brought them across my path time and time again. I want to encourage you folks as you watch this. Prayer is vital, so important. Nothing could have been fixed except God was in it. And my wife Jennifer was faithful every day praying. She prayed all the time for me to come back home. And I want to make sure that everybody understands I wanted to come back home. It's nothing I had to do. I missed my marriage. I missed what I had. I missed what God designed for our lives. So I came back home, came back to our family. God used several other people at church, and you know who you are. You prayed for us, and you told me after the fact, I prayed daily for your restoration, that your marriage would be restored. And so with that being said, I want to be very clear to our men here at the church. As men, we need to stand up. We need to love our family. We are in a battle, a daily struggle and a battle, because it's not easy every day. But we cannot do this without Jesus Christ. And that's where the church is vitally important. That is what I'm so thankful for this Thanksgiving season, is the body that I belong to here at Monclova, the men and women in our family here at church, the prayers that are offered, the fellowship that is offered. And it's so important that as men, we lead our family, we take a stand, and that we honor our commitment to Jesus Christ. The body here at Monclova is one of the many things that I'm thankful for this season.